Okay, today we're going to learn the halachas of what the special prayers we have for Hanukkah. So it says in Tov Reish Pei Beis, Kol Shmonas Yemei Chanukah Omrim Al Hanisim B'Birkas Hamazon B'Birkas Ha'oretz U'B'Tfilah. So he first mentioning over here Birkas Hamazon, then he says B'Tfilah, B'Birkas Moedim. V'im lo Omar en Machzirin Oisoi. If he didn't say, you don't go back. Now the Gemara explains in Masechet Shabbos and the Tosefta that what the difference, why in some things we have to say we don't go back and some things we do go back. For example, we don't say Yalla v'Yover Rosh Chodesh Yom Tov Chol HaMoed, we go back. Al hanisim we don't say, you don't go back. Why? What's going on? Oh, so the Gemara explains over there, if there is inyanim, there's a musaf hayoim, like Rosh Chodesh is a musaf, Yom Tov there's musaf, Chol HaMoed is musaf. So Memela, those additions are more choiva. If there's no musaf, like Purim and Chanukah, Memela, it's less of a chiyuv. Memela, that's why you should say the al hanisim. If you didn't say it, you don't go back.
The rest
Okay, then it says like this. Yeah, it's also true. There's a musaf because it's the Raisa. Sure, okay. Miu. It says in Niskar, so if you forget, you don't go. Miu Niskar b'oiso barocha kolzman shlo isker es Hashem afilu Niskar ben atol Hashem choizer. If it's a baruch atol, as long as it says Hashem, you go back to say al hanisim, whether it's by davening, whether it's by Birkas Hamazon. As long as you didn't start the next bracha, you go back and you say it. Okay, that's like this. The Ramo, יש עומק שוך על ניסים ברכס המוזן, כשמגיע לרחמן, יום הרחמן יעשה ניסים ונפלאות, כמו שעשיר להבסין בהם בזמן הזה, and then you can say by Matasio. Like by Shabbos, we say the Rachman, we add Harachman for Shabbos, for Yom Tov.
Every day of Hanukkah too.
Yeah, so that's what he says. By, I said, like by Shabbos, you add over here by Harachman, according to the Ramo, Harachman, you say, yes, on this Nisim, כמו שעשיר להבסין בזמן, but then you say by Matasio. Okay, like that. גם מוסף של שבת ושל ראש חודש. צריך להזכיר של חנוכה. ואף על פי שאין מוסף בחנוכה. Why do we have to say על הניסים? by מוסף של שבת וראש חודש. In חנוכה, לכאורה, there's no musaf on Chanukah on its own merit. So Chanukah doesn't call for musaf. So why were you saying? But since it's tefillah of the yom, we said all the tefillahs of the yom. Okay, now I just want to explain a little bit more to understand this halacha. So it's like this: the Rabbeinu Tam again, la halacha we don't go back. It says that the two brings Rabbeinu Tam or Yechoizer im niskar shelo amora. Rabbeinu Tam by davening, if we remember the inside al hanisim, it would go back. So according to the Rabbeinu Tam, the al hanisim of davening is more stricter. That's why he would go back again. La halacha we don't do that, and the Tosfos explains why the al hanisim of davening is stronger than Birkas Hamazon. The Tosfos says Masechet Shabbos Daf Chav Daled. Tosfos says, but tefillah pshita ledamaskim should the tefillah b'tzibur hi ve'ika persum nisa. There's on davening you have more persum nisa. There's more chiyuv at persum nisa to say it. Have a Birkas Hamazon.
That would only be Bechal Shots.
That
would only be Bechal Shots.
No, so I hear what you're saying. You have a good question. So if by but I'm saying, but since the can sign that the whole tefillah can't say, but only for the Baal tefillah, since the tefillah is shaykh b'tzibur over here, yeah, because tefillah has chazor, so the whole davening become more chiyuv. He says, "Ava birkas amosh b'bayis look at persum anisa kulahai." Again, la halacha is not nafkamina anyway. I'm just saying, according to Rabbeinu Tam, there is more weight on davening because there's shaykh more persum anisa over there. Yeah.
Make sure shoes in shul. And there's 100 people.
Again, la halacha, yeah, there's more chiyuv becomes persum anisa. Yeah, it's not la halacha. I'm just why I'm bringing it. There's another thing that's also not la halacha. But it's good to know. Some people might think, I don't go back, so they're not careful. You have to be very careful to say it. Hey, you want to say thank you to Hashem for that nice, and be according to Rabbeinu Tam, he would go back. Now, Birkas Hamazon, according to the Bach, Birkas Hamazon is more stricter according to the Bach than Shmona Esrei, and according to him, la halacha, the Bach Paskin, we don't follow this fact, you go back. If you forgot why, you bring the shita of the Ravia, it's one of the Rishonim, and he brings over there, it's true that that's not the whole thing is less of a chiyuv because there's no musaf hayoim. However, he says the Rav, since we mekabel upon ourselves to make like a chiyuv upon ourselves, according to him, there's a chiyuv to have a suda. According to the Rav and the way the Bach brings, that's the lashon. V'linan locha. Here in divrei Rav and the choinim mitam shekot the shaveh alei choiva. V'tu the leminagenu the lo kamelan kama aram b'sudas Chanukah the reshusi. Most people hold Sudas Chanukah as Rishus, like the Maharam. He says, no, the Minagenu ela the Kaimelon, the Yom Tovu, Sudas Mitzvahi. That's we're going to another halacha. If there is a mitzvah, it doesn't say how much, there's a mitzvah to eat covered Chanukah, mashma, like Sheva Brochas. Anything you do covered Sheva Brochas, it's Sheva Brochas. No matter how many times you do it, something over here. If you do a Suda covered Chanukah, a Sudas Mitzvah, the Lasagya will pass, according to the Bach, you have to wash for a moitzi on Chanukah. Again, you got a good question. How many times? Since it's not the halacha, we're not going to investigate. But I'm just bringing the idea. There is such an opinion. There is a chiyuv to eat on Chanukah. The sudas mitzvah. Mimele, he says, "Im ken dina liyan chazor b'birkas hamazon k'mo b'Shabbos v'Yom Tov that you go back." But tefillah tzarich lachzer u'krabenu tam v'rova goinim. Yeah. Okay, so Lamai say, even though according to Rabbi, I mean, he says, what do you mean to say, V'loi Rabbeinu Tam over here? But Tefillah, he said by Tefillah we'll go back Rabbeinu Tam. We don't pass on him. Bach says by Berkas Hamazon it's more chiyuv because since we
according to my time.
No, not Rabbeinu Tam. That's according to Ravia, because we took upon ourselves to make Sudas Mitzvah and Chanukah, he says, became like a chiyuv mitzad our acceptance, Memele, he says, you go back. Lamais, again, I want to be clear, we don't go back. I'm just bringing those two opinions of the Rabbeinu Tam. By davening, you go back. And according to Bach, by Birkas Hamazon, you go back to say, don't take it so lightly. There's opinions, you go back. La Alocha, if you forgot, you don't go back, but you should know there are opinions that you go back. And both of them, that's why I should be very careful. Try not to forget to say the hanisim.
I have a beautiful